Hey guys, Corey here, Sky's the Limit Car Care, and today we're going to talk about Sky's the Limit spider pads. We've had some of these pads in stock for about a year, but we hadn't finished out the whole line until now, and that's why we're releasing. You're going to see a mailer from us and a few posts, and we're super excited about introducing the whole range now that we have the final pads, which is the 6-inch blue pad the way we want it. Some of the best features about these spider pads, they all have our logo on them. This area right here, you'll see is, because of the branding of the logo, there's some Velcro that's branded in and that doesn't stick. We tested that really well to make sure that that's not going to come off and fly off your machine or anything. It actually makes it easier to pull the pad off the machine without coming off on its own, so that's something that's really cool. Secondly, of course, being spider pad, they have these cuts in them, which are fantastic for both compounding and finishing. Anything that's, any clear coat that's coming off of the paint, any abrasives and stuff like that that are getting built up, that gives it a place for it to go without being stuck on the surface as it starts to build up. And then when you go to clean the pad after you've done your section, all the debris just blows right out of there with your air compressor or a little touch of the brush, so that's awesome. As far as the colors, you have from most aggressive to least aggressive, you have the spider sandwich pad. This has a urethane foam layer to help stop erratic and unwanted jiggle from reaching the paint, the surface of the paint when it's transferring between the machine and there. And so you end up with a really great cut and a better gloss than you would get with a similar cut of a different type of pad. The second most aggressive pad, you have the navy blue spider pad. The navy blue spider pad, or what we call the navy pad, again, it has the spider cuts in it. It also has a relief hole. This allows so that the pad doesn't collapse in the middle, and it provides some relief when you're using a longer throw machine. This one is probably our most famous, like, one-step pad for guys that are going into it saying I'm doing one step, and this pairs really well with the Shoal Concepts S20 Black. It also pairs well with a variety of compounds, but that's probably our biggest combo with that pad. I did forget to tell you, this one I would say S2 Black from Shoal Concepts, Car Pro Ultra Cut, S3 Gold, or any of your favorite compounds will work real well with that one. For a little less cut, that one. The blue pad, not to be confused with the navy pad, but the blue pad, this used to, if you used to use the previous version of this, it was purple. We switched to this foam. It's even better than the purple foam was. This is probably our most popular pad, so we get questions often, and one of those, probably the biggest question we get, is which pad should I try if I just want to get into this and see if these spider pads are right for me? And that's the answer right there, unless you're looking for a finishing pad. But if you're looking for a pad that's going to find a way into your hearts, then I would say it's the blue spider pad. This is the 5-inch one I'm holding. I don't know if I mentioned it, but they come in 6-inch, 5-inch, and 3-inch. And you can find the exact specifications on our websites. We measure them both directions, this way and the thickness, and you'll find all of that right there on our website. So most popular pad, our finishing pad is the Honey Spider Pad. Again, it has the spider cuts in it. And then one more feature I wanted to mention is we have this radius, this fillet that we had the manufacturer add to our pads when we first started coming out with them a year or so ago. And that fillet, that radius, is to make it so that the pad won't roll when you're going into a corner. The pad doesn't roll up, and going into a corner, it's able to get in there further. That idea actually came from Jeremy from Status, so we want to thank him for that. He gave us that idea back when we were testing pads a year or so ago, before you were seeing any pads that really had that on there. So with the spider pads pretty much covered, I'll talk just for a moment about the Waffle pads. The Waffle pads we don't sell in the 6-inch version just because it was so unpopular that we just stopped stocking it in that. But we do carry it in the 5 and the 3. And these pads are the softest pad of all. Our whole line of pads is set up for dual action. Other than these two will work on a dual action, but these are really made for rotary. And these are fantastic finishing pads, so you'd use something like Shoal Concepts S40 or whatever your favorite finishing polish is. And that pretty much covers everything with our pads. If you have any questions or comments, make sure to put that below and we'll be sure to answer. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, make sure to do so, and all the links to the products that we've gone over today you'll find below. Any comments or questions, make sure to ask. We'll be sure to answer those, and we really appreciate you taking the time to watch and look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great day.